for many years. I mean,
We on
yeah.
live.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, yeah,
Hello.
yeah. Hey, how you guys doing? This is KLA, Clyde the Wanderer. Clyde, don't go against nature. I have a special guest. Why don't you introduce yourself? So,
Well, hello everyone. My name is Olteanu Lavinia. Everyone calls me Lavinia or Papi for short because that's my nickname. I'm from Romania. I'm 31 years old and I'm a professional athlete in bodybuilding.
all right. So, how you get started in bodybuilding?
Well, before that, I already had a background in karate, 25 years, so I already had that discipline and mindset that requires in bodybuilding. But the reason I started is it was actually my boyfriend because we are in a relationship. He is also my coach, posing coach and coach in competitions, and he was competing 2 years ago at some national stuff, and basically I was keeping the same diet as he did. And when we got there at the competition, I was like already prepped, shredded. I wasn't using any stuff, but I was fully natural, but I was fit. I was very fit. And everybody there thought that I was competing. I was competing. And yeah, and I said no, but maybe, who knows? uh, a lot of people told me that I have great potential in bodybuilding and that it's a shame to not compete because of my quads, that I have very good quads. And I say, okay, I will think about it. And the next thing, me and my boyfriend thought about, let's try. Why not? I don't have anything to lose, and I just started bodybuilding last year from January 1st. I mean, I stopped everything, like everything, I don't know, alcohol, bad food and stuff from the 1st January till now. I was like super disciplined. And since January last year till October 16 this year, I competed like I was from prep to preps, and I had four pro qualifiers. All four of them, I was second place, very close to the pro card. But as I told you before, a pro card doesn't define me as a person because a pro card is just a card. Being like a pro, it means much more. It means discipline. It means that you are ambitious, that you are passionate, that you have patience, you are consistent, and that you are so freaking ready to be a better version of yourself every single day.
Yeah, there's like a lot of bodybuilders that they it took them like years to get a pro card, and for some
True.
reason they just have that passion. How do you have that passion? Like you just have to have it, or you know what motivates you like to just consistently do that? Because everybody can't do that.
It was a feeling, like it was a little bit personal. I never felt in karate what I felt in bodybuilding. Karate, it was much more like, uh, I was with federation, I was in the national team, I was with a team. Here in bodybuilding is just you and yourself. You are representing yourself, your body, your mind, your structure, all your passion in like a whole. And as you know, bodybuilding is art. And perhaps because I did martial arts many years, karate is also a part of art. And it's part of my personality, perhaps, and I liked it. I mean, when I stepped on stage, no judge believed me that I was first time on stage. I had to, when I was asking for the feedback from the head judge, he actually asked me last year, uh, how many years have you competed? Because I've never saw you before. And I said to him at the my first pro qualifier at Romanian Muscle Fest last year, I was second, and I told him it was my first time, and he couldn't believe his eyes. And I had to show pictures from where I started in January 1st till the first pro qualifier, which was like 10 months and a half. So from January to November 14. So a lot of changes in like snap like that in 10 months and a half. I did a lot more than other girls did in years.
Yeah. You won your first MPC 2001 last year. How did that feel? The champ
The
the,
regional, right?
yeah,
Valahia,
yeah,
various. Yeah,
yeah.
I was so emotional. Because I was it was my first competition, but I felt very secured. I mean, emotional but constructive. You know, uh, I
Mm-hmm.
I was used to be in front of the judges because in karate I did kata. Kata is like a demonstration, like a choreography. You know, and
Yeah.
when I was in competition, I had 5 to 7 judges in front of me. In bodybuilding, it was the same. So it was actually the same, but different suits. I In karate I had a G, karate G, and in bodybuilding a costume, a stage suit. So it was actually very no everything was like a flow, very fluid for me. It was, and I participated in women's physique. Women's physique is my main division, but I also
Right.
tried bodybuilding, you know, and it was actually super good. I mean, when I did my routine, my posing routine, everybody was in their like in their stands. They stand up and
Right.
applause. Yeah, it was very good. Yeah.
How was your posing? Was it did it felt difficult like doing the poses?
At first, not in competition, but when I was repeating, because I was doing karate, it was like I was very robotical, like
Right.
mechanical. It wasn't on feeling, and I had to repeat and repeat to feel the muscles. Uh, m- Before having my boyfriend as a coach, I had another coach, Juana Marinescu, which is one of the best in women's physique divisions from Romania. Now she
Right.
lives in Spain, but she coached me before I decided after to go with my boyfriend. Um, and she insisted for me to on the mind muscle connection. You know, I didn't know back then what is mind muscle connection, but it was about the feeling with your body. You need to feel what you do, you know, and to express what you do. Yeah.
Right.
So
How
posing was not super hard but not easy. It was like in between. Technique, I did had a very good posing from the start when I was on stage, because like I said, I was used to karate. In karate, you are repeating 100, 1,000 times the same technique, like over and over
yeah.
again. So I was used to it. I was used to it, to be double bicep, side chest, and all the mandatory positions. Yeah.
You know, how's your like your workout routine? How was how was your workout routine like you do like how many like sets you do like arms or is there a Pacific day you do arms or
Well,
do
first of all, I had to balance my upper body because from karate, I developed my quads extremely good because of the stances.
mhm,
So my
okay
upper body was super small, and because the techniques should had to be very close to the body, like when you did punches or stuff. And now in bodybuilding, you need to be wide, like lat spread or double bicep to see the lats, which I didn't had. But if in time from time, I did a lot more back, 2 times or actually 3 trainings per week, just to develop my back and upper body, shoulders and stuff. And I saw from in like 1 year and 10 months how much I developed the back, the shoulders, the chest, and still much more to improve. But I have time, I am patient, I don't need to rush anywhere. I mean, I just listen to my body.
so
Yeah.
so all this stems from your practice of martial arts that's
I need to thank karate for that. Yeah, I mean, I need karate like disciplined me from the start. Imagine that I did since I was 5 years old. I learned how to brush my teeth in when I was in camp, training camp with my sensei, my coach karate, and all
yeah
my team. I learned how to make my bed. I learned how to dress up like a military, very fast. Put your clothes on like very fast and go to the training or go to the warming up. Yeah, I was super disciplined, and I loved it. I loved it. That's why I did it 25 years.
oh
Yeah.
okay
So
so
I need.
no what got you started in karate like your parents or your, your coach
Oh,
seeing you
no, as you can see, I mean, everybody. I think I was bullied by
oh
other.
okay
And when I was outside playing with some friends or stuff, was always coming home with my clothes ripped, and my toys stolen. And I was very shy as a person. Even if I had 5 years, I was super shy. And my mom had a very good friend as a neighbor, which her son did karate. And this neighbor said to my mom, "Why don't you put Lavinia and I don't know, try karate for her? Maybe she will be much more confident in herself and in her beliefs and in her in herself." And my mom said, "Okay, let's try." And when I got there, I don't remember much from back then because I was 5. But later in some years, I met two of my best friends, which I actually did represent karate as a team for 14 years in Romania. So I had two of my best friends did also karate. So we were like a free trio team, 3 girls. And we did kata demonstration, but as a team. And all three of us, we had to do all the techniques at the same time, the same stances, the same speed,
right
the same agility, like one, 3 in 1. Yeah. So I got clicked. Maybe because of these 2 girls. Maybe I don't know. I was because I loved competition. I'm very competitive. I'm very
right
competitive, and I love competition. I mean, I love competition not in sport, but also in school. I wanted to be not just one of the best, but to be in the top there and to do anything that I can do to be there, to learn, to get involved, to just I'm pretty ambitious. I think I have this from my mom.
Mm. So you see as building as a longevity for you?
If even if I won't compete or don't get a card or so,
Right,
bodybuilding will remain a part of my life because it changed my lifestyle. Before that,
right,
I didn't know about how um, to keep like a strict diet, or I didn't eat like garbage food or fast food or stuff back then. But I wasn't like very strict. But now. I'm actually very careful with what I eat. What I eat, I'm careful to hydrate myself, to sleep enough, to train correctly, uh, and bodybuilding is not all about competition. It's not
right,
all about competition. Is just like it's just that you want to compete and that's it because you want to see all your results to be judged by judges, but
right,
that doesn't need to define you. You already know yourself that you are improving yourself, not only as an athlete, but also as a person, which I think this is much more important, you know, to evolve and to improve yourself in many levels.
right. So do you know, like, could you tell me like what's the difference in Romania bodybuilding and US? You've been to the US like that, right?
No, no, no.
Oh,
USA
okay.
for us, for
So
for us is very hard because we need a visa to go there to participate, and it's actually very hard. Uh, a Romanian girl which uh, uh, qualified twice
right,
for Olympia this year, Raducu, women's physique,
yeah,
is participating at the Olympia show. She's the first women's physique uh, athlete that is qualified for the Olympia. And she is actually, I know her, and we are training at the same gym. Actually, today I saw her. She was training. I was training too, and asked her that if she resolved with her visa because she was a little bit afraid of not resolving her visa that fast because we need like 3 to 6 months to resolve that visa. So that's why.
okay,
But what I heard, and not to be that like okay, maybe I will. But this is my opinion. The level in Europe is much higher than United States. In the level in Europe, I mean, it's very strong in Europe.
okay,
In Spain, Romanian Muscle Fest. Romanian Muscle Fest is one of the shows which everybody knows about it. Like everyone expects to see Romanian Muscle Fest because it's actually the almost the last Olympia qualifier of the year, and everybody expects that show, and it's a blast. But not only that, also Portugal Pro, Europa Pro. So there are a couple of them which are well known, and everybody goes there because
right,
Europe is actually a little bit higher than United States.
yeah.
I also saw live a lot of shows. Tampa Pro, New York Pro wasn't like the same from like Europe.
Do you watch the Wings of Strength?
I
You
Wings of
know,
Strength USA.
yeah, yeah.
I
You
saw
ever
I
heard?
saw I saw the last one where in bodybuilding where Andrea Shaw won that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
Phoenix. Rising Phoenix. I saw like
Oh,
Andrea Shaw and yeah, it was only bodybuilding, I think. Huh? No.
yeah. Well, I seen like some of it like on Instagram. I was watching some of it, like Andrea Shaw. She was the first. She was in first place, and so other people I can't think of their names right
Yeah,
now. I
yeah.
know my Mahela
Andrea, Andrea
Eka.
Shaw and the second place. Jesus,
I
I
forgot.
I forgot to. But those two girls, in bodybuilding,
Right.
in my opinion, I think they are actually representing the beauty in bodybuilding, because
Mm.
first of all, even if we do bodybuilding as women, we need to remain like woman. You know what I
Right.
mean? Woman, not go in that freak zone. I don't have any problem of any who chooses and how to be and stuff, but
Right.
I I am also a referee. I am referee, of course, in karate. I'm not referee or judge in bodybuilding, but I know what to look, and I'm very careful to details, and I understand the rules in bodybuilding, like the
Right.
rules, because I'm a referee. I know what to seek,
Right.
and I actually know exactly who will win, what the judges want exactly in bodybuilding in any division. And for women, a lot of judges are saying, be beautiful, like
Right.
be aesthetic, be a woman, also
Right.
be grateful, be gracious in this, because bodybuilding is art. Yeah. So, what else you want me to say for about Wings of Strength?
No, it's okay. I just wanted your opinion on it. How do you handle the judge criticism and when since you've been competing?
So at all four of them, at all four pro qualifiers, I asked the feedback for my curiosity. I
Right.
knew exactly before what to work on it because of my upper body, but they all said that I am perfect in posing. I am perfect conditioned, because when I go on stage, I'm extremely conditioned. I mean,
Right.
every vein, every shred, like I'm very okay. Full, full of muscles, like full. The muscles are very full, loaded with carbs, and lean. And perfect routine, perfect posing. And the main question, okay, if you're all of that, why didn't you win the pro card?
Right.
Sometimes I'm asking about that too. Maybe politics, and I'm not ashamed of saying this, because sometimes you can see clearly, like the sky, that who is much better in that category. Yeah. I didn't agree on two shows that
Right.
were actually my last two shows: Olympia Eastern Europe and Austria. These two, before going in off season. At Olympia Eastern Europe, I was extremely conditioned. Like, I nailed it. Everything was perfect. The body, the smile, the costume, the makeup. I was graceful. I It was everything perfect. I mean, everything. The first who won overall was just big. She wasn't conditioned as I was, but she was just big. That's it, big. But if she was much more conditioned, she wouldn't have been that big, you know. She would have been a little bit smaller, but she was just big. And when I asked the feedback of that competition, the judge said that she was just a little bit bigger, wider on the bat. Okay, what are the criteria in women's physique? Exactly, because you need to have a difference between women's physique and bodybuilding, those two divisions. Because if you see some of the girls who are in women's physique, they don't belong in women's physique because they are too big.
Yeah.
And they need to go to bodybuilding, because they are full. They have full chest, full shoulders, big arms, big legs, everything. Go to the bodybuilding. This girl competed in two divisions: women's physique. She won the overall, and bodybuilding. She went second place. How in the hell you gave this girl first place in women's physique and then second place to the bodybuilding? What is the difference?
Mm.
I mean, I saw actually Romanian Muscle Fest this year.
Right.
I would have competed too. It would have been my fourth pro qualifier, but because I was too exhausted of these three major shows, I couldn't do anymore because my body was completely exhausted. I didn't take a break neither last year. I was from prep to prep to prep, so my body felt it. So I wanted to relax. But anyway, I saw Romanian Muscle Fest this year now, women's physique and bodybuilding, and all the girls that beat me up last year, Romanian Muscle Fest, uh, from Spain in Alicante this year in Austria, none of them went top 10. And why is that? Because they were too big.
Right.
They were too big. They didn't belong in women's physique. They weren't conditioned. I mean, uh, the girls who were top 10, they are exactly like me, maybe just a little bit fuller because of the years in bodybuilding.
Right.
But that's it.
Yeah, I've seen you. Now go ahead.
It's just that the judges needs to make a major difference between women's physique and bodybuilding. You need to see the difference as a judge. If you want to see, I need to see. Okay, in women's physique, we need conditioned, like a little bit more than figure, right? Figure is on
Right.
heel and they're long. X frame on in women's physique, you need to have that V shape. You need to have back and legs and a small waist. You need to have like a V and X. Yeah,
Right.
but very conditioned. Women's physique is actually classic physique for women's. You
Was it
know,
hectic for was it hectic for you this year in 2022? Like was it challenging? Did you think it was challenging competing with the other
uh,
bodybuilders?
I
How would
felt
how
I in at Olympia at Eastern Europe. It was
yeah,
the before that I went in Spain, but I never felt so much of a challenge, like so hard. It was Olympia Eastern Europe. The level was extremely high. I mean, the lineup was, we were all very good, like very
right,
good. And when I went for the first call out, me and the first who won the overall, we compared like three times because the head judge didn't know who to choose. you
right,
know so he was undecisive. Someone told me that later on he was having a dinner with other, or other the staff, and he was talking about me because he was so pissed off that I was on the same the same class with the other girl because I
Mm,
deserved also the pro card. But we were in class A, so that's just pure unluck because I'm too short.
yeah,
But no, no worries. Like I said to you, a pro card doesn't define me. What I felt uh, in that moment at that competition, um, I didn't cared that I didn't won because I already won the entire audience, the
right,
public. Like I cannot express, and you can see from my videos that when I did the posing routine, everyone, like the entire public, applauds me,
right,
and they were so freaking happy. Some of them said to me that I made them cry, full of
yeah,
emotion, and I was like a little bit shocked to see not only Romanian but other persons from other countries that they didn't know me wanted pictures, wanted to congratulate me that I deserved the first place, that I was extremely good, that this is women's physique criteria. This is what the judges needs to seek. You are perfect. You are Sara Villegas in mini shape, like something like that. And I was
yeah.
like very I was very flattered, and I was very happy. I forgot that, okay, I don't care. I didn't won the pro card. Okay, next time I won the audience. I won the public. The public loved me. The fans loved me, and it was okay for me. Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of this movie I seen with Russell Crowe. I see it came on last night. It's called Gladiator. You ever seen
Oh,
that? Right?
yes,
Yeah,
of course,
and
of course.
yeah, and I think his mentor was telling him that he had to win the crowd because he was like a
Yeah,
real great killer, in the
yeah,
arena. So he
yeah, yeah,
told him like you have to win the crowd. He kept telling him that, and then he was able to do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
True to
So
that, because bodybuilding is also influencing you, the fans. If the fans
right,
are loving you, you are much higher. You won't work that hard. You work in the gym, but also in media, social media, the fans
right.
lift you up much more, and that's it. Because you love what you do and stuff.
How do people react to you in the street, like in Romania? Like is bodybuilder popular in Romania, or is it just like anywhere else? It's not out there like that. Um,
Okay, for the man,
right,
it's popular because a lot of
right,
men are doing bodybuilding and bikinis, a lot of bikinis and wellness. You don't see many women doing women's physique and bodybuilding. Not to mention bodybuilding, women's physique. I am me and Raluca, which she is already a pro and she is Olympia
right.
qualified. Yeah, but in the entire country, I think like five of us are like in those five don't compete anymore. Me
Right.
and Raluca, we are competing, and yeah, the rest they don't compete. They retired or stuff. But imagine women's physique and bodybuilding. There are not too many in our country, you know.
Yeah.
And to answer to your question, when I started bodybuilding and started my transformation, it was quite a little bit of a challenge because everybody thought that I was a boy because of my short hair, because I
Yeah.
was like very short and very small and height,
Right.
and um, they uh, they thought I was a boy or a trans. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It was a little bit awkward and difficult for me as a woman to accept this, but I got used to it anyway because I had a purpose. I wanted to win, and I was like a horse, you know.
Right.
just looking forward, looking straight, and no matter what they are saying, I'm just looking for my goal, and I didn't care. I didn't care anymore what people are saying about me, because oh, you are too muscular, you are looking like a boy. I don't want to look like you. Okay, you never will. So yeah, like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, okay, you never will look like
Yeah.
me.
I mean,
Exactly.
I've seen your pictures. I mean, I think you're very attractive. I know you do modeling. Like, how was that for you? Like modeling with, I seen your Instagram with the pictures. Like,
I like to pose. I like to
right,
pose, and when I am like very comfortable with my body, and in the prep, because in the prep you are looking so awesome. All the muscles are so shapen up, and I did a lot of pictures. I did a lot of shootings. Great memory, great
right,
memories about that. Yeah, but I felt very, very confident. Uh, so I it's just simple. I love to pose and to take in pictures, because the body is art. You know,
right,
the body is art. So everyone express this art in their own way.
right.
That's it.
To piggyback on what you said about looking like a man, I remember like it was like maybe like 20 years ago. I was in the train station and I was walking by and I seen like I don't know if it was a woman or a man, but they was dressed like a woman. Like they could have been, it could have been a trend. I don't know. I'm assuming it's a woman, and their arms, like their arms were so big. They if they put me in a head, my head would probably explode or something like that. My spirit would have left my body or something. Like that's how their
Yeah.
arms was huge. My eyes popped out the socket. I was like, whoa. It was like I was fascinated, but it was like it was kind of scary and intimidated at the same time. Like it's like this female bodybuilders that they do look too masculine, and there's female bodybuilders that look feminine. You don't want to, it's like when you look at masculine, it's like you don't want to. It's like you kind of depriving your femininity, if I'm pronouncing
Yeah,
that right,
yeah, yeah,
feminine. So
yeah.
yeah, you don't want
I
to
think,
your feminine should be over the masculine side. It to me it's not right, but it's their life. Who am I to tell somebody how they should look? But it can yeah it can be scary and stuff like that. Let me see how many questions I had. I'm sorry.
no worries.
um
I am sociable. I mean, it's very interesting. I am hearing you, and this is the same. I have the same opinion with women. Who am I to judge? I mean,
yeah,
everyone does what she or he wants with his or her life, but I am talking as a judge, as a referee. If I
right,
want to judge in bodybuilding, woman's figure, I want to see that sexuality. I want to see that
right,
femininity. I want to see that hot girl with muscles, to be graceful but feminine. I saw like a lot of athletes. I do have a lot of respect for those athletes, because they are so working so hard to achieve what they want
right,
in competitions or so, but they lost their femininity.
right,
They lost their femininity. Maybe they think they are acting like a woman, but outside they're like not. I mean, that's why perhaps they don't win anymore, because uh they are not expressing that beauty, the
Right.
beauty. I mean, you bodybuilding for women, like every division, it's the queen. Bodybuilding every division in men are king. So you don't need to mix them.
Right.
King, queen. You need to look like a queen.
Right.
You need to be very charming, graceful, in my opinion. But I'm not the one who judges, so yeah.
What do you what do you say about natural versus unnatural? You talked. I think you just said it. You covered it. But like people taking steroids or supplements and stuff. I know in every sport they they use steroids, but for some reason bodybuilding it kind of sticks out. Like
Well, there are two types of competitions, like federations, to see.
right,
The first federation is all natural, and you can see on them that they are actually natural.
right,
And the other side, which is IFBB League, Olympia, and so much on NPC, which there you can use roids, how many you want, diuretics and stuff. Um, I also at this moment, because I'm off season, I'm off roids. So
right,
because I need to recover, I need to be healthy first of
right,
all. But I'm very for me, I'm because I'm not using very much or so,
right,
but um I'm very aware. I'm very aware because it's my body.
right,
And as long as I don't make abuse of them, for me it's okay. But everybody is free to do what they want. But before that, they need to be like truly informed. Like they need to ask themselves, where do you want to go with this? Why do you want to use this?
right,
Are you aware of the consequences? Are you aware if they are fake? Because in some countries, uh, you can have fake roids or originals. It can happen, because
right,
everyone wants to go to make money, so they want to make much easier. Yeah, they don't care about other people and so on. But these persons who wants to use, they need to ask these questions. Where do you want to go? Why do you want to use them? For what? Are you not comfortable with your body? Are you so lazy to work out and keep a diet uh, for a little bit long to transform your body as you want? I mean, they are seeking the easiest way,
mm,
and also for women, because no one is discussing what it can happen to a woman, not only physically, but mentally too. Because it happened to me too. And I wanted to discuss this in a podcast in Romania, but it's a little bit impossible and very sensitive, because in Romania we cannot discuss about roids or stuff on
right,
live sessions. I had a very, very hard impact on myself because of the roids, like neurological. During my preps this year, only this year, during my press, I went like all in. Like I was extremely shredded. I did all in. I was with my entire soul on it. During the preps, I was changing mentally. I can say that I think this year I lived a double personality, like Lavinia, the female, and Lavinia, the male. Why is that? Because during my preps, I loved full muscles. I loved how to in front of the mirror. I wanted to compare with guys. I wasn't wearing any makeup anymore. I didn't take care of myself. I was acting like a man, thinking like a man, walking like a man. I was doing everything like a man. I was
Right.
very lazy, only thinking about go to training, eat and sleep. Go to training, eat and sleep. Like I was a robotic, go there, go there. When I was in the gym, I was like an alpha.
Right.
If someone wanted to use my dumbbells, I was looking like this. Are you kidding me? So like a very very angry girl. Uh, but I was yeah. And when I realized that, it was when I stopped the roids after that. I stopped in October 16 because I had to stop the prep because I was too exhausted. And after a couple of weeks, my hormones came back, the estrogen, because why I felt like this. We us women, in order to look super shredded, veiny, a very very low body fat, like
Right.
very low extreme, yeah, the estrogen level goes down and the testosterone goes up, even though you don't use testosterone. you know
Yeah.
the the mix up in the roids are doing that. The
Right.
estrogen level, goes down, your periods stops, the period once a month, the
Right.
menstruation
Right.
stops. So you're in time to time, because you are using it. You have three, how many shows? Three, four, five, many shows a year. A woman, she will be like a man,
Right.
like that. No one is discussing like about this. No one. I
Right.
don't ever heard a podcast discussing about this, the consequences that a woman, okay, she uses roids. But what happens to this woman when she's off roids?
Mm.
And it happened to me because I was extremely shocked. I love muscles. I love.
Yeah.
But I was getting on the freaky side. I
Right.
was losing my femininity, and I
Right.
didn't want that. I actually told my boyfriend, I don't want that. I want to be that sexy hot mamacita. I want to be
Yes.
that sexy that you are seeing in my pictures, that model
Right.
babe. But I wasn't there anymore. And I was asking myself, how in the hell I let myself doing that. I was not myself, because it wasn't Lavinia, that female. I was actually thinking like a man.
Right.
And like I said, I was super frustrated about myself after that. And the cherry from the top, it was my boyfriend, because he
Right.
was very, like, he's a direct person. He's very objective. Even he is my boyfriend, he is very honest. And because of that, I wanted to ask him a question, which I already knew the answer, but I wanted to hear it with my own ears.
Right.
I don't know. We were discussing about his opinion about how a fit woman should look like, a sexy woman.
Right.
And of course, he asked me why that question, and I asked him, please, I will ask you something honestly, but you need to respond to me like very honest. Do I attract you erotically, like sexually? It was like a very tough question. I mean, for a man, it's a very tough question, because if you're in you don't know what to say. If I want to say, you don't attract me, or you, okay, yeah, babe, you attract me. Don't worry, you attract me. No, you need to be honest,
Yeah.
because you may save her life, her state of mind. And he said, as a girlfriend, because you are my girlfriend, you I love you, but if you ask me as a man, you're a little bit too much. You are becoming too much.
Right.
And it was like that. Oh no, we need to we need to stop that. And I didn't it's not because I used high dosages. It was
Right.
very normal. It was a very normal dosage. I mean, very like nothing, you know? But because it was on a long period, it it fried my brains like like
Right.
exactly. Yeah. And now I'm very okay. I'm very okay. I mean, I'm aware what it happened to me, and I'm very careful to not happen again. You know, but no one
Mm.
is discussing the consequences, like literally, black, white on black, black on white. I don't know how it's a like an
Right.
expression, and I wanted to say my story. So thank you for
No, I
sharing,
appreciate it. That,
for letting me tell this.
yeah, I appreciate it. There's a bodybuilder. I don't know if you know ever heard of her. She's a star like in the '90s. Her name was Denise Wiskowski. I can't forget her, but she you could Google Denise Wiskowski.
Okay.
If anybody, they might know. But she was really attractive, and she was taking steroids, and they had like a recent like picture of her, and she looked horrible. Like it's like
Yeah,
she wasn't the same. Yeah, there's some, but her, she sticks out when you explaining that to me. But
a lot of girls happened. I mean, to a lot of girls have happened, and I think not many have the courage to be aware what it happened to them,
right,
or courage to speak up. You know, okay,
right,
stop this thing, stop, because we are women. We need to remain women. Okay, we love to lift. We love to uh, train with weights. I'm sorry to all the fans, because all the fans are so freaking loving the muscles and stuff, but are they aware? I don't think they uh maybe some of the fans, but
right,
most of the fans, I think they want a very hot woman with muscles, because that very hot woman with muscles is the dominant. They love that dominant side, but only, but also to remain like very sexy, you know, very sexy, very secure on herself. If you look like a dude, like a guy, I don't know, you know,
yeah,
uh, I discussed about this with a friend, a fan actually.
right,
He actually said to me, after I told my story, he actually said that it happened to his ex girlfriend.
mm,
And it was okay. She went from figure to woman's physique and then bodybuilding. Of course, he, as in a relationship, he supported her, he loved her, and so on.
right,
You can, I support you in what you love, I love you, okay. But she wasn't his girlfriend anymore, because she became like a man. She was asking about some sexual naughty things that only a man does, and she was asking to her man, like a gay stuff, you know? Can you hear me? Oh,
yeah, yeah. My battery's dying a little bit.
okay. And
It's okay. Continue.
okay, and she was actually on that alpha state of a woman, alpha. She wanted to do a lot of stuff that
Right,
only a man could do, you know? And he was like, "Oh,
right,
okay, we need to talk." And he ended because she was changing. She changed like completely. She wasn't a she anymore. She was like a a female in a male, but she continued to do what she loved because okay, she loved the sport, no worries, but they split apart because it didn't work
Mm,
anymore. Yeah. uh,
right.
Bodybuilding is like a selfish sport and it's very very
Right.
hard for relationships. I also had small problems in relationship during my preps, even though my boyfriend also competed 2 years ago, so he
Right.
knew how a prep sounds, but there are difficulties, and no one is discussing like this sincerely, honestly. They are hiding some words, some expressions, some stories. No, no, bro, you need to be straight. Bodybuilding is selfish. It's not made for everybody. You know,
Right. Right.
if so, as you can see, some bodybuilders, man and female, uh, before getting married or after, they're taking a break 1 or 2 years. They're they're off season. They're spending time with family, making a child, grow that child, and then you are focused on your career in bodybuilding. Or before, you are making your whatever in sport goals, pro card, Olympia qualifier, and so, and then you stop because you have other priorities. Bodybuilding is not for everyone,
Right.
when, when
Well,
we are
you
talking
got
about.
somebody, um, Caleb Hall. I love
Hello,
female bodybuilders.
we
Well,
all do.
how do you see female bodybuilding in like in 10 or 20 years, in your opinion?
I do hope that they will make a difference between women's physique and bodybuilding, and not to be the
Right.
same division in like two in one, you know. But I hopefully, some of the judges, I actually talked about this stuff. They want to stop this getting too big, like big, 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 big.
Right.
They want to stop. They actually want that femininity on the stage. it, I'm a little bit sad. In Romania Muscle Fest, there was a very true bodybuilder. I know her. I have a lot of respect for her. She's Russian, but she's in Romania training. She's the biggest girl in bodybuilding, Korableva, Anastasia. She's the biggest, and she competed for Olympia qualifier.
Oh, I know. Yeah, she's big. She's yeah.
She's super big. She's
She's
extremely good,
yes.
and
Yeah, she's big.
enjoying herself on stage. She's beautiful, uh, but in for the judges, in their
Right.
opinion, she's too much. In their opinion,
Yeah.
and the Alcione, who had won Olympia qualifier, with 2 days
Yeah.
before, she was training at my gym. She was actually smaller than me.
Right.
She was smaller than me, and she competed in bodybuilding. I was a little bit shocked because I didn't expect, to be honest, for Alcione to um to one and qualifies for the Olympia, because she was a little bit smaller. I mean, okay, she was very good for women's physique, not she, and she actually got her pro card in women's physique, and then she went to bodybuilding and she won Olympia. Okay, so what the hell? You competed. You women's physique or bodybuilding? Choose.
Right.
um.
That's
Anyway, the top three, everyone was women's physique in bodybuilding
Right.
division. And Korapleva, she was on seventh place. Seven. She didn't
Right.
last year she went on fourth place. The same reason, because she was too big. She actually posted in one of her stories long ago, the judges are asking me to go a little bit to be smaller. Why? Okay, it's her choice. I mean, she's perfect. For her, she's super. She's okay. But unfortunately, I don't know if she will win uh, any for the Olympia. Because the judges are seeking that's physique, like small, not that extreme, and they want to stop this is not actually me talking. I actually talked with some of the judges because it was my curiosity, why some of the girls that beat me up in my pro qualifiers didn't get the top 10 in women's physique, and they said, yeah, they were a little bit too big in that lineup. Yeah, but they were too big on those shows with me too. I mean, what it's politics, it's business. What is We need to be straight
Yeah.
with this bodybuilding, because there are a lot of fans. I mean, you need to be transparent. And I'm very, very realistic. There are so many problems with the judging system. This is like not transparency. In karate, in kata, we receive notes, grades, something like that. When we are doing a demonstration, we are staying for a couple of seconds, and we receive some grades. Seven judges. Each judge has like a tablet, and the judge is scoring for technique and athletic, two grades.
Yeah.
Each judge, from those seven, two notes, two high notes and two low notes are off, and remains
Right.
in those three you are calculating. Of course, the laptop, the system is calculating, and you have a note. And this is transparency. Every judge
Yeah.
can judge by your note, not because of not bec- we also had this type of problem because we were with red and blue. And if I don't know, let's say Spain competing with France, yeah, and France was better than Spain in that moment because she was much prepared, the Spain would have won because she would have had the name, because she was much more popular, and so. But in this case, you are giving grades, and no one is discussing nothing, and it's transparency. And in my opinion, I mean, I'm talking like a referee now, like a judge. And what I saw when I competed, there are so many lacunes in the judging system, in my opinion, and this has to change, because I see and discuss with a lot of bodybuilders, Romanians from other countries. They are not satisfied completely about, okay, why didn't I place third or fourth or first place? And the judges, they're they don't know what to say. uh, Other judges sent by email the same feedback to every athlete. Like it was very funny. One of my friends received the same feedback with another dude. Like same word. Where is the transparency? It was very funny. It's a little bit it, I'm not hearing myself
Yeah,
clearly.
that's I'm on my phone. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm on my phone and the battery's dying out. I ain't want to cut you off too much because but the batteries is kind of sinking down. I'm talking, but I appreciated your insight on your bodybuilding journey. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. Yeah, wish you the
Thank you.
best.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the opportunity and
No
that you
problem.
let me be a part of the truth that I saw, in my opinion. I was, and I am always honest. I love bodybuilding. I love muscles. I love to pose. I love the stage. I love everything about it. But we need to be straight. We need to be correct. We need to be transparent because everybody puts a lot of effort and money and passion and everything.
Right,
Not only the athletes, also the fans. And I think they deserve correct, I mean the correct judge, the
right,
correct. Okay, it's like that's why a part of people are saying in mixed martial arts or boxing, if you get a knockout, it's gone, it's knockout. It's not like yeah, he was knockout, but yeah, he stood up. No, he's knockout, he won. It's like
yeah,
done. Here we need to, it has to be changed a little bit, and
right,
I do hope because I love it, and I do hope they need to change a little bit,
right,
at least with the system, the system of the judging system, because it's
right,
not quite to have. I also heard that the head judge has the majority of the other four.
right,
If those four are voting with someone and the head judge doesn't agree, why those four judge? you
right,
know if you are switching the decision
right.
to all four of them, I mean, it's like all four of them are crazy. you
Right.
know yeah.
I had one more quick question. Do you have any plans to competing in the U.S. If possible, or real quick?
What?
Do you have any in the future? Would you like to go to the U.S. and compete in the Olympia, or
Oh, of course.
yeah,
Of course, yeah, but in time. Like,
right,
I have patience. If it's next year or in 2 years or in 3 years or never, you need to get your hopes up.
yeah,
You need to hope. You need to work on it. You need to work on your and believe. Uh, if you believe, it can happen.
right, right. Well,
You can,
thank
you
you,
will.
thank you. I have to let you go because my batteries is dying, but I appreciate it.
No
Thank
worries. It
in
was a
the future,
pleasure.
yeah, in the future, I might, maybe you might come a second time around and see how you do in 2023.
Of course, sure
Yeah,
do.
all right.
Sure do. Thank you for the opportunity,
It's no problem. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
and I salute all the fans.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Yeah, much appreciated too.
All right,
Thank you. Bye bye.
bye.